In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase, a case of mistaken identity. When you say that something is a case of mistaken identity, it means it's a situation where someone thinks someone is someone else, but they're not. So maybe as you're walking along, you see someone from behind and they have hair just like mine, and it's the same color, and I'm about the same size, and you run up and you say, "Bob," and the person turns around and it's not me. That would be a case of mistaken identity. I used this phrase in a comment below the last video because someone said something like, "You never answer my question, you just answer the questions like, how are you doing? Or you talk about what equipment you used." And I'm like, this must be a case of mistaken identity because I answer almost every question. The second phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase identity crisis. When someone has an identity crisis, it's like they don't know who they are. So here's a good example. Sometimes people who are 17 or 18 go to university, but they don't know what they want to be. They kind of have a bit of an identity crisis. They don't know if they want to be a doctor, or maybe they want to be a teacher, or maybe they want to be an engineer. They're kind of lost and they don't even really know who they are. They're having an identity crisis, a crisis where they're not sure what they're supposed to be or even who they are right now. So to review, when there is a case of mistaken identity, it means that, let's say the police arrest someone and then they're like, "Oh, wrong person, sorry." It was a case of mistaken identity. You matched the description of the person we were looking for. And when someone has an identity crisis, it means they're just not sure who they are or what they're supposed to be in life. Sometimes people have this in the middle of their life as well, where they don't like their job and they're just sort of unhappy and they have a bit of an identity crisis. But hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. I'm not going to read the whole comment, but you can pause and read some of it. It's from Ala Ahmad. "Hello, Mr. Bob. Yesterday I dreamt that you became the Prime Minister of Canada as a successor to the former Prime Minister Justin. I was proud, pointed to you, telling my family that you were one of my best Canadian teachers. But then I stopped doubting that you will recognize me as a follower after becoming the Prime Minister. I was surprised to see you using the word prime in my last lesson. What a coincidence. Be honest, Bob, are you planning to be a politician?" And my response, "Maybe when I retire, I'll become Prime Minister. It looks like the job of leadership is going to quite old people if you look at the US, the United States." So thanks, Ala Ahmad, for that comment. And actually, no, I don't have any plans to go into leadership or to be a politician. But yeah, I guess in the United States, if you're over the age of 75, you can be the president. That's how it works in that country. I guess I have a few years to go before I do that. Hey, I wanted to show you a sign of spring here. I think I showed you this last year, and my videos are getting a little bit repetitive, but that's okay in my book. I think even in the last video, I didn't know what they were. Then I think Jen said they were forsythia. I'm not 100% sure, but some beautiful yellow for your spring viewing pleasure out here on the farmyard. I'm just really happy to see stuff starting to grow. If we look down here as well, I have my shadow there. You can see the peonies are starting to come out of the ground and starting to grow. Anyways, a beautiful warm spring day here in Canada. I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are as well. And I'll see you in a few days with another short English lesson. Bye.